So as we take a look at the current air quality right now, we are in that orange category, and we're expected to stay through this morning, but that could start to change as we see a little bit more of this sort of locally dense fog or smoke that is, and we're going to continue to see that really just increase as we look throughout the rest of this afternoon. Now, there is going to be a possibility that some of the heat and those winds will help alleviate some of this smoke a little bit, so it looks like we're going to teeter between these two categories. But again, it is going to be very important to really keep in mind just the difference between those locations and where we're seeing a little bit more of that better air quality. But again, it's just very dependent on where the winds are coming from and, of course, just where you're located. Right now, we're seeing, again, that orange from Boise all the way to Ontario, red out in Baker City, and then we're going to continue to fluctuate throughout a lot of these areas, especially as we look at some of the mountains. But again, it's going to be this ridge of high pressure that's going to bring really intense heat as we get closer in through the weekend. We're going to see it start to build a little bit more, warm us up into the mid-90s, so getting closer to seasonal territory for today. And we're expecting some of these temperatures to reach the triple digits here. We could get several days, but that smoke is going to be very important to pay attention to. Not only is it going to impact in terms of air quality, but it could possibly drop those temperatures or not allow them to really warm up to what we're expecting here throughout the rest of this week. A lot of the smoke really just going to stay hovered over our area and continue to trickle in a little bit more here from some of the regional wildfires that we've seen around our area. But again, a lot of this could start to improve, especially as we look further east. Then as we start to get into the weekend, we're going to see a possibility of some winds really starting to increase. That could help a little bit more in terms of air quality, but that's also going to increase fire weather conditions, especially some of those concerns as we're going to see possibility of some gustier winds here through Saturday and Sunday as we have a very quick shortwave that starts to make its way through. So as we look at some of these temperatures, we're going to expect to be into the mid-90s through this afternoon. Smoky skies, lots of sunshine, but of course, triple digits are on the way here for Friday and Saturday. A lot of folks are going to really start to see and notice a little bit more of this warmth here. Going to feel a little worse with some of the smoke, but again, temperatures are also expecting to be back down into those average temperatures as we'll stay within the mid-90s, but it's going to be hard to find any sort of relief, especially as we get into the overnight hours with temperatures getting into the upper 60s, low 70s here as we look at the next couple of mornings.